Shit.
Okay.
Like that? That's good? Okay. Hello. Episode, what, 5? Oh.
So now what?
Yeah, I'm married now. I was married now. I said I was married now.
Hey, Ashley. I'm making some tea, baby. You want some? We recently met a woman named Jocelyn. She came to visit us in Atlanta, and on our first solo date together, we wound up being intimate. So, I know you said you had to kind of process and think. So I just wanted to kind of check in. I do feel guilty getting intimate with Jocelyn before talking to Ashley. And when you make a mistake, you have to own it. I think we make mistakes. I make mistakes. We do things, and saying that we all make mistakes that I'm human is kind of it's a bull spot, right? I just appreciate your patience, and understanding me as well. Ashley and I have guidelines, framework for how we're supposed to engage and move through the dating process. And in my excitement with Jocelyn, I kind of violated what we previously spoke about, and it sucks.
You're my husband. We communicate, we talk. I'm still learning her, and sisterhood is important to me. And this feels like one of those territories where that was kind of overstepped. When Demetri told me that him and Jocelyn were intimate on their solo date, I wasn't sure how I felt in the moment. And then after the fact, of course, my preference is to wait to be intimate with someone until we make a decision if this is the person we want to be a part of our family. But I'm not upset. I signed up for this lifestyle. I'm very well aware that my husband is going to be intimate with another woman. I would prefer things to happen differently, certainly. And I think that he gets that. And that's the thing. He has to live with, his actions as well.
I did get a text from her earlier, and she wanted to meet up. I mean, I know we had initially plans, of course, to, have a group date. And she texted me and asked me if we were still on for that date, but I haven't responded back to it yet. I wanted to check in with you. I didn't know if you wanted to talk to her, if you were like, no dice.
Was that in the group text? I don't have my phone, or did she just?
It was just me.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that she hasn't talked to me, I think that leaves me with a lot to be desired.
I am not perfect. I make mistakes, and I don't want this to ruin our relationship with Jocelyn. Do you feel like she owes you an explanation? Like, you know what I mean?
I do.
Okay.
We never had a conversation regarding, any intimacy or anything like that. So as far as I'm concerned, she doesn't know where I stand on this.
So you're fine. I mean, you're okay and open to moving forward.
I don't know. It really does depend on what comes out of that conversation.
Right.
I'm not saying it's the end of us dating Jocelyn. It's definitely just if we're going to keep dating Jocelyn, then I need her to be honest about being intimate with Demetri. Hopefully she will say something,
Right.
If she doesn't say anything, this is probably not going to work.
These rules, man.
In our family, we try to have
that process of deduction.
So today, Arlie and I are going out on a date. It's good just to catch up and spend some time just one-on-one.
Can I get bigger by steak,
Same, medium rare, and mixed vegetables and coleslaw.
This is my first date with Drew since he's returned from his anniversary trip with April. And I love dates.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry you're back and legs were hurting so much during your trip.
That's a little bit crazy. That only takes a week back and I'm at least wobbling, so that's good. My back went out while I was on my anniversary trip with April, and sometimes I have extremely painful flare-ups. Right now, my back is still really sore, but I can get around just fine.
I'm glad you're doing a lot better.
So how are things with April since we got back?
She's been a little bit better. She's been more of home sunshine self. That's always nice. I love when she's like that.
Me too.
April's been a lot more cheery since her anniversary trip. And because I took care of her children, things are kind of going better between April and I.
How about Angela?
Things between Angela and April are growing increasingly tense.
Right.
Angela is starting to see a lot of the challenges that I've been having with April and have been dealing with for years. I just think it's been very overwhelming for her.
Seems to me it kind of had an impasse.
Knowing Angela's, sometimes when it hits that impasse, it starts to kind of fester. She seems really tense to interact around April. Angela often keeps to herself and retreats to her own space. Many times I think it's because she feels overwhelmed with how large the family is, but this has also caused some animosity between her and April.
Since April says she's kind of wanting to talk to Angela, but Angela's not ready to communicate. You know, just saying it's not worth even trying because April's not listening and she do those conversations and blah, blah, blah. So she's not really willing to talk. So I think that stage it might be good just to do something fun together and kind of unwind a bit. Maybe we should do something kind of off the grid.
I think it'd be fun to go
Camping.
Okay.
But he broke his back.
camping is definitely a friendly family tradition.
He can't ride no horses. That was foolish.
You can't jump out.
Where he gonna lay at? On one of the queen size thick air
How you gonna
mattresses.
get down there?
He gonna get the one that's high. It's gonna be up like that. Mountain therapy. Do you have your hydrocodone? Utah. Genoa.
We were unable to hear the baby's heartbeat at home today. So we've actually come to Carla Joe, who was a registered nurse midwife. We're going to hopefully hear the heartbeat of the baby for the first time. And even get a picture of the baby that we can show the kids. And that'll be exciting for everybody. Hello. Teresa's got the kids at home so that Vanessa and I could come and find out what's really going on with this baby.
Let me introduce myself. I'm a nurse midwife.
Mm-hmm.
I have extensive training with ultrasound to find viability and check position and all those kinds of things. You know, give us a start.
Yeah,
that's really
good. I still prefer to see another midwife instead of going in to see a doctor anytime in the hospital. Sherry was able to get us a quick appointment with another midwife, so we didn't have to wait in a doctor's office, and we were able to do it fast.
Usually with a Doppler, we can hear something, unless we've got a hiding baby, you know, that's tucked way down in your pelvis.
Yeah.
So this should give us a good idea of what's going on. Okay.
Vanessa really is a trooper, and I'm hopeful that we'll get some good news here. Really praying that things are going to be okay.
So we're going to go way low. Okay. And just see what we say.
You did say you need to
Say
go
go
lower.
lower.
Well, this isn't what I expect to see.
I really don't know what's going on, but now I'm scared.
How do you want to live?
We're watching Seeking Sisterwife episode 5, and this has been a very quiet reactionary video from us today. I think we're all still reeling from the Snowdens last week, and I think we're a bit nonplussed, but we are still here.
I'm good.
Yeah, you're good. Yay, we're going camping
With a broken back.
with Drew and the fam.
So Drew, he takes the other wife out to find out about the beef between
The other
two wives. I
I'm
was
telling you.
so he took wife number 2 out to find out about the beef between wife number 1 and wife number 3. I was thinking about that while I was watching it, like just thinking about is that okay? I guess he's utilizing his resources.
I guess.
You got to be resourceful. Use what you have.
I guess. I mean, I was listening to the reasons that they said Angela, the third wife, might be taxed, and it's probably, like she said, it's probably because she's in a house where it's like all these people, and it's probably a lot on her, very overwhelming because she's not used to being in a house with so many people. Maybe that's the case. I'm like, or maybe April's the Antichrist. Who knows? Gonna find out. Part. No, you can't take that out. I hope April's not a problem, but I think she's a problem wife.
April just needs to share the pills, man. Put it
She's
in
like,
everybody's
I'm happy.
in everybody's drink, and
yeah. Prozac is doing it.
I'm not messing with them today. I'm not.
Yeah.
why? What's up?
She's still.
What do we do?
No, y'all good. I'm not, y'all talking about the lady, happy pills.
Like, there was almost a boycott of this show this week on this one's part.
I wasn't gonna be here.
Y'all might not have noticed, but she cried last episode.
I did. I was hurt.
So
Upset, hurt, disappointed.
But she's here.
I felt betrayed.
Did you snatch your glasses off?
I had to get serious.
I ain't got no glasses.
I had to get serious. Snatch his off. I felt betrayed. I did. One job.
One job. Where's back in Genola, Utah? I don't know how to pronounce it. Oh, yes. Okay. This baby thing, I'm kind of concerned. Yeah.
This is what I expect to see. There's something in there, but I'm not seeing heartbeat.
So they call it a blighted ovum.
Something in there, but it's not fluid filled. And there's not a baby in it that I can tell. I'm sorry.
We look on the ultrasound machine and there's no heartbeat and no baby. So now I'm dealing with the loss of what I thought was my baby and the reality of what am I going through then?
I think this needs to be looked at by the radiologist.
What?
There's a mass of some kind that you need to have evaluated ASAP. It's possible it's a molar pregnancy, an undefined cell that kind of grows out of control.
The vine thinks you're pregnant and it's feeding it like it is pregnant with all the hormone levels and everything.
Hormones, blood supply, but it's not fetal cells. It's just undefined, unregulated cells. It's going to take some processing. Yeah.
It needs to be taken care of right away.
Yeah, I believe so.
He's so caring.
Yes, we love you.
So concerned.
Well, they communicated.
We like the Alldredges.
Yeah.
So far.
They communicate.
She told him she felt isolated.
Yes.
During the last
I thought I was
pregnancy.
throwing a baby and then to find out that I wasn't.
Oh my God.
And then something's wrong with me. I just started thinking,
I bet nothing's wrong.
I think you're my children, and what if I leave this life,
Oh my gosh.
That's a lot of things to consider. I'm tired.
Wow.
I think everything's going a little bit wrong.
This is overwhelming to me. On top of the news that there isn't a baby, I'm very concerned for Vanessa's health, for her life, until we know what it is and what it means. Everything's up in the air.
They're great communicators.
We totally have to do more.
Yeah. Oh, of course we have to do s'mores. S'mores is a must. All right. What are some different dinner things that sound good?
Well, I like easy, so I'm good with hot dogs on roasting sticks.
Hot dogs.
I'm so glad to be planning this out together. Usually I feel like I'm the one that's trying to push things forward and get together and talk to you. This is great. I love it. It's really nice. I appreciate it. Thanks, Harley.
The camera messed up when she said something.
There is so much to plan for our camping trip. There's so much preparation that needs to go in, especially with a large family. And I think it's important to try to be on the same page with all of us wives as far as what's happening with the mills. And so I think it's great to sit down and try to figure that out together. As far as side dishes go, what are some good side dishes that we can brainstorm for the mills?
Corn.
Fruit snacks.
That's not a side dish.
I will really be surprised if Angela ever feeds her baby fruit snacks. She's gonna be like, sorry, they're not organic.
They have organic fruit snacks, actually. I ate them quite regularly while I was pregnant.
I really want this conversation to be productive, but things are
Everybody's
so
on pins and
tense.
needles. That's all. There was nothing wrong.
You
Just
can't,
now.
Angela.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys want to do the meals? Do you want to just each take a meal that we make, or do you want to just help each other? I know there's a lot of work for camping meals.
I kind of like the idea when we're camping is we're just all doing the meals together.
Yeah, I like that idea.
They're going to have
So
a
you
fight
like the idea
over
of
roasting
cooking
hot
together? That
dogs.
sounds fun too.
Yeah.
Look, she just got 3 extra gray hairs just now.
How about you, Angela? Would you rather have your own thing? Because I know your schedule is really tricky with Lenny, though. You know, or
No, I don't want to do my
I don't
own
know if
thing.
it's going to coincide with my schedule.
I can't guarantee that you won't be napping, but I like the idea of doing everything together. Like that was what I already stated. I don't know where a statement like that comes from. Did she not?
Yeah, she's
not listening.
I agree.
You need to share them pills, man.
What? Where is she? Come back.
She's like, you don't catch my flight.
I only want to take care of Lenny and nobody else.
Angela's a new mom.
Look at her, man.
Very
Look at her. It's opioid. The opioid family, man. I'm telling you.
Wait a minute. First of all, she got a new baby.
One of us can be more in charge of the cleanup.
Angela, you want to talk to that?
Listen.
Who is she? Are you?
I know.
She's a.
I told you. It's like double
She's a
one.
freaking. What is the red rum? What is it? What's the movie? The Shining. She's crazy like him in the thing.
Me too, Arlie. Let's go.
Right now, I'm just feeling at such a loss how to.
You need to go talk to your husband.
It just feels
That's
like
gonna do
every
anything.
single interaction.
Oh no,
is
she's
just
parted her hair down the middle again.
hard. Oh, this is Lenny. I've got to go get him.
See you, Angela.
Thanks, guys.
Like, what do they want? What do they
And
want to do?
Angela's probably like, or April's probably like, that's not even his baby, so I don't even give a crap. No, it's
But it
not.
can't be, right?
No.
That's fine.
No, that's not his baby.
I didn't think that was true.
Yeah, he said he met her.
Oh, Jocelyn! Snowden! Oh. Oh.
Okay.
She's pretty.
After hours. I don't know if you told Ashley, but I hope that we didn't ruin it by moving too fast.
She looked a little girl.
I need a drink too.
Jocelyn, I need you to put on earrings, okay?
Ashley and I decided to meet up with her for lunch to give her a chance to talk
Here's
about
the
what
actual
happened.
earrings.
Hey, Jocelyn. Hey, how are you? Good. How are you? Good to see you too. I'm curious to see if she will tell me the truth without being intimate with Dimitri. Thanks. I love your dress.
Woo! You're at it,
I'm
man.
so glad that you're
Almost
here.
hit the table.
So what do you think? Is it fun?
I had a lot of fun. Tell me about you guys. So last night the date was awesome. Had some really good food. The fried rice was really good, and then I had sake for the first time.
Well, sorry.
So how was the conversation? For me, it went well. I think things flowed naturally. I really enjoyed the vibe.
Tess.
What about for you?
Yeah, it was good.
See, she don't even know.
It gets uncomfortable as hell in here. I can tell how she's
I like Jess. Oh, whose burger is that?
I don't like
I
this.
had some new food.
I don't like this.
Yo, that don't even make sense.
I don't like
My
this at all.
lunch, I had two options. I could bring it up and we could hash it out right there, or I could not bring it out and hope that she did. My choice was not to bring it up. I should not have to be the one to broach
I
that
feel some
topic.
kind of way about all
If
this.
you made a decision, whether you thought it was a mistake or whether you were quite comfortable in making that decision, you should be the one to, honor that. To me, it's a part of the sisterhood aspect.
These people aren't mind
Are you
readers.
both sure that you're ready to bring someone into your relationship?
Yeah, are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, I just think transparency.
Good question.
Transparency and
That baby is smart. She's a child. She's a baby.
Look at her.
I love
Oh
her.
my
She's a baby.
God.
She should not be here.
When she didn't bring it up,
You're expecting a lot from a 22-year-old.
it was a little mad and a little off. Like, hey, let me check in with Ashley first to see how she feels about this.
No, I don't.
That part is a little wet.
That's not
Unfortunately. Thank you for such a lovely few days. Wonderful meeting you. It was wonderful meeting you too. All right, well, you better get on.
Wait a second, I was hoping that Jocelyn would have, said something to actually kind of own her pot.
Oh my gosh, you guys hurt that girl. Y'all hurt her, and that's hurting my feelings. That's hurting my feelings. No, that is why nobody's seeing her.
No.
My heart.
No.
My heart. I think she's very sweet.
I think she's about to cry.
Yes. I think that
Look
was
at her.
terrible.
There she goes. Bye-bye.
That was terrible. She didn't have to.
She didn't have to. In the beginning.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
No, there was no touching. He told her to hurry before she got stuck in traffic. That's not the way you handle anything.
Wait a minute.
April is controlling.
I have a lot of different things because sometimes my thinking ain't always right.
I don't know how to be.
I don't agree with none of this stuff. My thinking is not always right, and sometimes I take the side of the wrong side and my judgment is off. But let me tell you something. Maybe I'm wrong. Please correct me if I am. Your husband owed you all of that. That little girl didn't owe you much. And if anything, he should have led that damn conversation. He should have said, well, hey, I spoke to Ashley about what happened and this and the third. You don't sit there and let her sit there like a deer in the headlights on some stuff.
I know.
Why would you do that? And Ashley, why are you playing? Why are you playing like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's not, you talking about sisterhood. That is not
that's
sisterhood.
no.
And I'm a firm believer of women being a part of the sisterhood of all women. That's something I've been saying since I was probably 19, 21, probably, being a part of the sisterhood of all women and just kind of making a concerted effort not to hurt your sister. And you talking about you want sisterhood and stuff, but y'all hurt that girl. And I don't know if y'all ever, I don't know if y'all have spoken since that episode. I don't know if Jocelyn's going to come back on the show or anything like that, but y'all hurt that girl. And that hurt for me because she's so much younger than y'all. You know, I mean, she's smart and she's intelligent. She seems like a good person, but at 22, I mean, when you know that you're 30 something years old, you know, you can't, I'm saying you can't expect much from a 22-year-old, but you know, she was outmatched just on the experience level just now. She was ganged up on by two grown ups. Those are two grown ups and she's a kid.
It's almost like, you know, and then, you know, well, you better get on.
Bro, she could have at least gotten a hug, man.
Whose brownie is this?
Don't worry about my snack.
Where is my brownie? I have a brownie.
Listen, you better get on. Those words.
She could have at least gotten.
Couldn't have been me.
Couldn't have been me. You lead with her the night before. You could have at least given her.
What they said? Do you feel love at first sight? Your eyes are mesmerizing. And now it's just gone. It's like Jocelyn just learned a very hard life lesson.
That was some cool.
If she was my daughter, I would have so much to say to her. Really,
couldn't have been me. I tell you that. Couldn't have been me.
I just know that y'all better hope because we see y'all got little kids there. You better hope that nobody does your baby like that because y'all did that baby wrong just now.
So basically,
better hope nobody does your daughter like that.
Ashley took
out on her
of her husband cheating on her out on.
You took it out on the wrong person. Your issue is with your husband.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily see that her issues with her husband, but he's the one that's been with you for how many years? He's the one that you guys have discussed this over and over and how you're going to go about it with. She never had such a discussion with you. She didn't know what is permissible and what isn't. So you can't really hold her to that. And I mean, she didn't cheat on you, man. You know, she went out with the guy and it went to a certain extent. That has nothing to do with you. She didn't owe you anything. If you wanted to take up that conversation, you could have done that yourself, but
you didn't have attitude when you was talking to him about it. No, see, it's a problem.
Y'all don't want to
have the agreement. Your problem is your husband. Your problem is with your husband.
That's kind of crazy, man. It's kind of like you kind of get him to act the way. And first of all, that's just a bad format, man. Trying to control the man, trying to control what he does.
All right. Anyway, we gotta get to the brinies. We're going camping. It's buffering. There we go. No affection outside. Oh, and then he said, "Just kidding." She's like, "Oh, sorry."
Things have been intense, and I kind of need to get some things off my chest and make sure that we're both on the same page as far as this camping trip goes.
She's kind of
I'm having a really hard time knowing how to be around April right now. I know that she wants this really deep and abiding friendship, and all things considered, right now I can only offer her kind of a surface relationship. April is controlling, she's bossy, she railroads right over us.
Wow.
She does what she wants to do.
Wow,
she manipulates situations to try to make you think she's serving you, but really she's just setting it up to get what she wants. Wow. She comes across disingenuous, insincere. Wow. I really would like to get some advice on how to handle some things with April. I started to experience some of the things that Arlie had spoken to me in the past about April. I don't like it. I don't want to be with her. I don't want to be around her. I don't want to make plans with her. And we're trying to all work together living in the same home. And I just see that it's not going to work if we just keep ignoring it.
When Angela decided to talk about her struggles in April, it was deja vu. I've had those same conversations with Arlie, and she spotted the same weaknesses in April that Arlie spotted, and it's just the same old issue coming up again.
I don't know how to be. I don't know how to stop the patterns and the cycles. It's just nothing I have done has been effective.
Yeah, I some of those things I still struggle with, so I can understand that.
This is gonna be one of these episodes where we're just gonna cry through the whole episode.
And speak directly to each other about their challenges instead of coming to me. I can guide, I can offer counsel, I can offer support, but if they don't accept it, then there's nothing more I can really do.
That's what a psychic can do.
That way, sometimes.
Guide,
give
you advice. No, I need you to handle this situation. I need you to get this together.
Offer something to show that shows.
I'm not finna keep
giving gifts to the devil,
groveling and please, ma'am, please like me. You chose me. You picked me. Remember? Drown her ass in the lake.
Stay down. I'm gonna get this evil out of you. Oh, now I gotta go back to the Alldredges.
Don't cry. See, now it's your turn.
Oh my God. Like, is this the episode we're gonna cry all the time?
I'm really heartbroken. There's something really going on. The heels of Melina not showing up, and now this has been two really big blows to our family in the same week. It's gonna be hard to cope with.
I'm going to the kids to kick this off.
That's fine.
Just pretend the other day never happened.
Remember to tell the kids and Sharice, I know that they were excited in their own way, and they will be really heartbroken to find out that there is no more baby.
Guys, who would like to come up and see Mama? My mind and my heart are full of all sorts of conflicting thoughts. Do you? I mean, how do we tell the children the baby we thought we were having was actually a rare and possibly life-threatening condition?
Yeah, okay, listen.
Mom's got something. We just want to talk to you for a minute, okay? You guys know where we went, right?
To get an ultrasound?
Mm-hmm. Well, they looked in my tummy and they didn't find any baby in there. I don't have a baby growing in my tummy. Vanessa's pregnancy is not viable, and
honey.
I'm quite sad. We're all looking forward to a little baby, and
babies.
I'm really sad for Vanessa. My tummy's big, like there's baby in there. There's no baby. There's other stuff. So we have to go to the doctor tomorrow and find out what the other stuff is and what we need to do about it. Any ideas of what it is? Is there like a growth or just there's some kind of a mass?
Could be several things from not so bad to bad.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
This has kind of been one of those times for us. So much potential, and then the potential's gone. And this, when we thought we were having a baby, the excitement and the joy that comes from that, and then to find out that not only is there not a baby, but there may be this potential, very, very serious, life-threatening condition. It just kind of takes your breath away, and you have a hard time to recuperate. Fortunately, we have each other, and we have our faith, and we can help each other.
I know it's our night, but if you guys need to take tonight, that's totally fine with me.
Thank you. Sharice.
I don't know what's wrong with her, and so I'm really worried about Vanessa.
I don't know what I would do if anything happened to her. I really hope everything's going to be okay.
I'll just keep taking care of things around here and just till we get this figured out.
I love them. That was A1. She got up, she didn't get up too. She sat there and she talked to that woman.
There's so many people there to help carry this. I'm not alone.
Not alone.
I have so much love around me.
Wow. And then you go do some dumb stuff. You go do some dumb and look at what's on TV.
Who's the you, man?
Snowden.
Who are you charging?
Jeff, I love you. You guys are good. I'm sorry that happened.
Oh man,
Trying not
this
to
guy.
cry.
This guy, man.
He don't know how to set up a tent. What happened?
No, please don't tell me he don't know how to set up a tent.
I don't know.
Please do not say this. Oh my goodness. All right. Commentary. Any quick commentary right quick?
I mean, that was match that right there with the who are they? The Alldredges.
The Alldredges with Jeff.
That kind of showed a good. I guess one of the biggest advantages of this family dynamic, this plural wife family dynamic, is that you do have another person there to. You do have that other person there to to cover you when you are dealing with life, when life intrudes.
Yeah, that's a good thing. And she did what a co-wife is supposed to do. She was like, "It's my night, but if you need this night," I mean, we hear the stories, people not want to give up nights, but there's
like, so what? Her house burned down and she got shot in the neck. It's my night.
You know,
what?
What are you talking about? There's so many nights, though. There's so many nights in this life, so I think it's okay for you to be able to, you know what I mean? Why not? She's going through something. I mean, do you want her to be alone that night? This is where that whole "we want for our sisters what we want for ourselves" come in. Would you want to be alone on that night? You wouldn't. So
she said if something happened to her, she doesn't know what she'll do.
Yeah, that's good. That's real closeness.
I'm glad they're on the show.
Yeah,
they are the most. Melina, you stay your ass where you at.
Yeah,
Don't
you
even
done messed
come
up,
around.
Melina. You can't
You
come
stay
back.
away. I'ma fight you.
I was just saying the exact same words. I'm gonna fight you if you show up anywhere around them. I will drive to Utah and stand in front of your house. Oh, okay. Yo, scared is an understatement. That's what barracudas.
Hyenas.
Did she know that?
No, she was
not aware.
Dimitri.
She didn't know what we were gonna be
She
doing.
didn't even know.
I don't feel like she has enough respect for me as a person.
No, he ain't got no respect for you as a
That's
person.
the one who doesn't
what
have
you
it.
talking about?
It's fake. You let us down.
Yeah, this is a real, man. This is crazy.
You already violated it. It's already been violated. I don't even know why you're being nice to him.
Y'all ruin that girl life. Y'all ruin her life.
Why are you even being nice to him?
Because that's what a wife does. Nice woman is a stupid idiot.
I mean, she should be mad right now.
Nothing's broken.
I mean, at least for a while.
Soulmate, if anything, we're even more determined.
On to the next one.
serious?
On to
Eric, test drive. Come on.
Whoa! They had a
Oh, yeah. No. It was,
I don't really like this car.
Yeah, I don't really like this car. Look at the interior. It's not what I like. I done sat in it, rolled in it.
Oh, spilled my drink in it.
I don't want it anymore. It's defective. No, you defective.
Yeah.
See, I can't watch this no more. I said that. They didn't get a cabin.
Y'all should have got a cabin. Drew is just not ready for anything physical anytime soon.
We done put 20 people in the cabin before.
A cabin. It was cute. Nice. It was nice. We had a good time.
Look at him. He can't walk.
Wow, Orly's daughter was just like,
yeah.
Wow.
My shoulder. You can just see us, and that's really liberating.
It's a nice campground.
To be like that all of the time.
Look at these gorgeous.
They can if you stop letting people in your business.
There are a lot of tables.
See, that's her daughter's got the green hoodie on.
Family. My children have basically spent their whole life in hiding. They are not able to be truthful about our family because it puts us at risk. But here they can just have fun.
Rawr! Out of my way! Out of my way! Quit getting in my way! Stop it! That's where I'm going.
All right, listen, do not fall today.
So where's Angela? Is she on her way?
Maybe.
No, she straightened her hair.
She needed to grab a couple things at the store last minute. She forgot. So she should be here soon. Angela's been struggling with her relationship.
I hate her.
No, Angela's not ready to
It's not her fault. She's
resolve
unchecked.
some of those issues yet.
She's completely
The
unchecked.
camping trip will provide a venue.
He
where
never
she
checks
can
her.
a little bit of peace,
How long
a little
is
bit of
that?
space,
It's
no
like
problem.
20
So hopefully
years.
Angela will show up before it's dark. Hope she's okay. Yeah, I thought she was gonna be
Oh,
right behind
look
us.
what they found.
It'd be great
Fairy
if
caterpillar.
Angela could be more a part of things. But with all of the tension in the house lately, I've noticed when Angela's upset, she tends to isolate herself from the rest of us. She just kind of goes into her own.
Look, I looked at the camera.
Can't force someone to change when they're like that.
Can't force someone to change.
Look, leave me alone. This ain't about me.
Oh, baby. I love you.
Let's go back and get the gear. I need somebody to stay here and see if they can dig up some of these bigger rocks, because those are going to be real uncomfortable to sleep on. Okay?
Yeah, we already said what kind of bed you need.
So we're going to start setting up camp without her.
He's got your hats.
It's often difficult to find a spot that will accommodate our big tents.
Oh, that's a big stick.
But we need our big tents to accommodate all of us.
Now I want to know who in the tent for Drew.
With an army of help, it doesn't take too long.
Drew needs to have his
I'm
own
just
tent.
here.
That's that
So you might not make it till tomorrow.
You guys left the most directionally challenged member of this family. So, very conditioned.
I was the last one to leave the house to come here.
Oh, yes.
And
I
I
love
had
your
to nurse
side.
Letty right before I left, which is sometimes a point of contention, I think. But I can't not take care of my son. And on top of that, I did get lost.
I need a chair for a minute.
Drew, are all the tents going right in this area?
Yes.
So where would mine go?
I think if you buy that tree over there, that'll probably work.
I mean,
On the inside?
That's going to come out.
Drew is taking us all camping and helps to kind of unify us. And I think that that is, in theory, a good idea, but I don't personally feel ready for that. There's been some serious tension between us all, and right now it sort of feels like I'm kind of alone. Coming up,
It's hard to keep my mind from just worst case scenarios. My life is at risk. I'm scared. I don't know what this is going to be like and what it's going to be.
Oh. So what's going on with your face? April. Okay, who we talking about?
I'm gonna leave them alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Leaving the Snowden family alone? We're leaving.
No, I'm gonna leave them folks you mentioned alone.
Okay, we're not even mentioning them by
Them
name.
folks now.
Them folks.
I
That was
ain't
some
never seen.
craziness.
Babe, can you turn that down? I ain't never seen none.
That was some.
Is this
craziness.
like the Real Housewives? This y'all pranking me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, man. Like,
Where's the camera?
That's right there, man. Like,
I got punked.
like that is cold.
Yes, please, babe. Tell us what you
That
think
is
about this.
Cold, man. Like, where is the humanity?
It's nowhere.
That is cool. This girl came out there, took out, had sex with her.
You seduced
I'd
her
be
and
like,
had sex with
With
her.
warm
What
sake.
is it? Better go on before the traffic.
Before
better-
you
Yes.
traffic.
No hug, man.
Better
That
get
was like-
on.
That was wild. But you see, and it seems to me, well, the way it's being depicted there, it's all because the wife took issue. I mean, she took offense, personal offense to the other woman. It's crazy how she forgave him. She forgave him so easy, but like held a serious grudge against the girl. Unexpected stuff, expected things from her.
Accountability.
That I don't
from
know
the
how you could
girl.
expect that from her. I mean,
She played the position he put her in.
she has to understand. Ashley has to understand. You're not her responsibility. I mean, not to that extent.
No.
Not to that extent. I mean, she just met you, and then she's new. She's young and she's new. You guys have been married for some years, so you guys have all your rules set up and how to go about this. He broke one rule. He couldn't even follow the rules, but she's expected to follow a rule that she has no idea of. Did you give her the handbook?
You didn't give her the handbook,
Did you give her the handbook?
And he didn't act like he had that rule.
So it's almost like
there
you're
was
being
no way.
it's almost like you're being a coward, Ashley. It's like you can't hold him accountable, so you're holding her accountable.
You're gonna fight the weaker person.
And Dimitri, man, come on, man. You don't let your wife do a potential wife like that, man. As a man, you have to always stand for what's right. I mean, you slept with the girl the night before, man. Come on, man. Don't just, kick the girl out into the cold like that.
Especially
man.
after you done told her all these nice things.
Yeah,
You seduced this
you got me
child.
mesmerized, and come on, man. All because your wife got a problem with it, man. You stand up to your wife, bro.
Yeah, to your wife. Hebrew, you supposed to go pay her daddy the bride price now and go ahead and complete this and never divorce her for the rest of your life.
You couldn't accept this young girl not coming out with what you thought was transparency, but how many times have you been transparent with you and you had no problem with it?
As a man, that was despicable, buddy. That was despicable. Don't let your wife just do a potential wife like that.
Especially when
because of something you did.
Right, Jocelyn didn't do anything wrong.
That's typical boss wife stuff, and you know how we feel about that. You be right. You know how people feel about that. Sorry.
Okay. She takes care of all the babies while they go to the hospital.
Oh, good.
They've never been through something like this before, and I don't really want them to know the gravity of the situation. So I'm just trying to keep a happy face on and be there for them and be sensitive to their needs.
I think we should make some hearts for your mom. Misty, what color do you want? Purple.
That's a lot of hard work. But I know as the shoe was on the other foot and I was down that she would do the same for me.
What do you love about Aunt Vanessa? Draw a picture of it. Maybe draw her doing something with you or doing something for you. You can use the crayons. You can use the markers or the colored pencils.
How are you feeling about your mom being gone? Not very well. Yeah, hopefully she'll get to come home really soon and we can see her, huh? Even though I'm kind of enjoying being there emotionally for all the kids, it can be a bit trying at times. And it's moments like these where it would be nice to have another sister wife here with me, someone who could help me with what's going on, and someone who I could lean on, and someone who could be there to support me right now.
I mean, where did she go? To another state? She just went to the doctor's office.
Yeah. But she want a third. They want a third. She'll be back. What's wrong with you?
She just crossed town.
Let's go get a text.
My God. She done got on a plane. She ain't coming back. Send letters, children. I'm sad for her.
I've never been through anything like this before. I'm scared. I don't know what this is going to be like and what it's going to mean.
Oh,
I'm nervous.
I'm nervous too, honey.
Next on Seeking Sisterwife.
So what do you think, Bo? How you feeling?
I'm excited. Let's do this.
We've had a couple of weeks to process everything that happened with Jocelyn.
But we are not going to let that get in the way.
I'm sick.
Hello.
Hi. I think
I'm
this
sick.
is the perfect thing for us right now.
I'm happy to see my wife's getting along. I just hope it lasts.
I love having a pro family. It doesn't come to an end just because someone gets mad.
You're saying that my passion, my love is my family. I'm just not seeing those moments.
It's very clear to me that these two women respond to each other like oil and water.
I just feel like there's been a lot of really tense energy around you.
And look at him sitting
What
there.
else to say on that?
Look at him. You let your
Let's put something to show us that the other view of the house. Yeah, with the garage.
what the
I'm in town.
I'm in town. It's gonna come see you. Listen.
we told you we're gonna fight you.
Melina's not allowed to touch that house.
So I took the train.
Listen, Alldredges. Listen, Alldredges.
Uh,
I don't know. Melina better have. She got some big explaining
She
to
better
do.
say she died. And
I'm back. Here I am. I'm back, and I'm in your city. Death is hard.
She's like, the Lord was like, whoop, and
Well, I'm here. It's amazing. So yeah, we don't want Melina there. We're happy with Jeff's family the way it is, but apparently she is coming back this episode. So great, more drama.
while they're going through a crisis.
While they're going through the crisis, this was the
is, kind of complicated.
this was the crying episode. Everything was kind of sad on this episode.
Man, like, okay, so last episode, Dimitri slept with Jocelyn.
Yes,
on their first date. And that had the room wilding out. But man, that last episode 4 has nothing on this episode. That was some cold-blooded stuff, man. That was like, wow.
Jocelyn was up against 2 older adults who have traversed these adult waters a lot more than she has, and it just seems like they use the word on this show that she was completely railroaded in this situation. She had no idea what she was dealing with. She let this man sit up here and seduce her and talk to her and tell her all the nice things. And I'm not really trying to harp on Jocelyn's age. It's just one of those things where you can see it.
Oh yeah,
When
she's drinking that drink
episode,
and she's like very timid, and meek, and
right. It's very evident the age difference, and I mean she can be as sweet as immature as she wants to, but age-wise, she was outmatched this time. And I'm just talking about the cruelness of the world.
Actually, you're cold, man.
Yes,
she may like that.
Who?
She may like you telling her she cold.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she may get off on that type of stuff.
Well, she understand it. That's not meant in a good way.
Listen, you enable him, he enables you. Y'all meant to be together, and I hope y'all don't get nobody up in your house, because what y'all just did was that was some That I ain't never.
I think Jocelyn's father should be mad. You know, I think her parents should be upset.
Y'all better be lucky it was her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any man should pursue this if they do not have the testicular fortitude to stand up to their wife, man.
Yeah.
Like Drew is the same thing.
Drew's the same thing. A whole
It's
conversation
so.
happened.
All you're
just
gonna
sitting there.
And
all that's gonna happen is that your current wife is just gonna beat up on whoever you bring around.
But why check her if she allowed me to do basically what I want to do? I'm not gonna check her. I get to do what I want to do.
Because he went off. He had sex with a girl that he said he wasn't gonna. They were gonna take it slow, and he wasn't gonna do that. Her. And then
she's my greatest cheerleader.
He just had to say sorry, and she was like, okay. And then she mistreat the girl. She go and mistreat the girl. Like the girl is the problem in the thing.
But you're not a sister. You don't know how to be a. Okay.
We're actually quite against the term sisterhood, and the reason we're against the term sisterhood is actually situations like this.
They throw that around.
So every time we hear the word sisterhood being used, I'm looking for a sister and sisterhood and stuff like that. It's often from people that are acting like this, and it's just one of those things. It gives the term a bad.
They say they want sisterhood, but sisterhood is code for I really don't want polygyny.
Yes.
But these are my conditions, so I'm gonna look for the unicorn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find the thing that really is not gonna be there.
Y'all just use that girl
as an excuse.
Yeah, she wasn't nice to me. I didn't like her.
Sisterly. You're not being very sisterly right now. That's what people are, Rebecca. You're not being very sisterly right now. Uh-huh. Oh, really? You know, I get along with my sister. I get along very well with my sister. So I'm not getting along with you. I don't know what this not sisterly thing. But yeah, y'all did some stuff just now. I think that girl is hurt and confused.
Yeah, that was hard. No hug, bro. Just give her a hug, like
you said you were mesmerized.
I mean, come on, you slept with her. You slept with her the night before. At least she deserves a goodbye hug.
Don't get caught in traffic.
You said love at first sight. You know she's 22. That's the type of thing that you can say. I'm saying this again, but that's the type of thing you can say to a child and her be like, yeah, love at first sight. She probably floated home that night. She was at the hotel room.
Really
yes, like, oh my gosh, he really likes me.
The one sock and he poured it himself.
And I'm so ready to be with somebody who actually loved me from first sight. And I'm just gonna go on with this in my world and all this kind of stuff.
Who knows what he told her? Who knows
what else he told her when the cameras went off? Who knows?
Actually ain't gonna mind.
Who knows?
Between me and you.
Who knows? Nobody was there except him and her. Only he and her know what actually was said and what transpired. The rest of us don't know. Ashley don't know. She only know what he tell her. That's all she knows.
Moving on.
Let's talk about. I want to go back to the Alldredges. Yes. April. Oh my gosh. Oh yes, Dad.
I'll say this. Keeping it in context with what is revealed on the show, it says that Dimitri's pursuing this because he came from a broken family and he has separated himself from his family, so he feels the need to rebuild a family and build a big one, start from ground zero. Ashley is in it because she says she has no friends.
I see why.
Right? She says she says she has no friends and it's difficult for her to make friends. But
her friend John, I can't get my dress wet though.
I will say this, man. You shouldn't pursue this to fill a hole.
Yeah.
Right? You should come into it whole.
Yes.
Right? You shouldn't pursue this because you feel like you're lacking, so you're using this to fill this void within you. It's not a patch.
No.
To fix what is broken. And you're playing with lives there.
I think therapy is needed.
I'm on fire.
Ow! She's hot.
Couldn't have been me.
Could have been me. I would have came home, called my daddy crying. I would have gone back to my hotel room and I would have called my daddy.
Bruh, if that was my daughter, she kind of did remind me of the man. If that was my daughter, man, I would hunt you down.
I got a 19-year-old. I'd fight you
her
myself.
Heart.
I'm so serious.
How
man.
dare you? And then you took, you slept with her. Like,
and then it's like, I'm not even worried about Ashley. You like it. You know what I mean? This your thing. This what you like. You accept it. So I'm not even forget about your feelings. You wrong and yes.
You're so wrong. Now you're completely.
Y'all talk about the universe and the universe and the ancestors and the spirits. Girl, I don't know, but things the neo hippie people say. Karma and astro planing. What's it called? Yeah, and all this stuff. That universe gonna come talk to you. If it has, matter of fact, that universe probably been talking to you a lot. You just need to listen. But the universe, oh yes, the universe is cold. You think you cold, Mother Nature and the universe, they got glaciers, honey. You ain't that cold.
I mean, so I don't need a friend.
Yeah, psychiatrist.
Yeah, first of all. But
what?
It's like, I always talk about the way I am with meeting new people and maintaining friendships. I've had the same friends my entire life. I get along well with my mom and my sister. I don't understand. You've had friends. You got friends. The girl.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
I got 3 friends.
See what I'm saying?
You one of them. See? He the other one. What you mean? No. I got one. She on life. And I know this is
there are friends that exist. People actively want to be friends with us. Sister showed up at the store and all this kind of people want to be friends with us. Oh
yes, I gotta remember to take care of that.
Yes, people want to be friends with us.
She needs a sister wife like April. April needs to come to y'all house. April give you a run for your money.
Honey,
April be like,
joking manipulation world.
You think you got it going? Let
that a
April
universe?
Come up over there. She gonna love mom the hell out of it.
And
blow his mind. You gonna be sitting over there looking dumb like y'all had that girl sit over there looking dumb.
Yeah, April's game player.
We don't rule over him.
No.
Don't even try.
Look. No.
Don't even try.
No, we don't.
A woman can't rule over no man. See, that's the thing here. People need to understand that, gender don't necessarily mean that you a man or a woman.
I mean, he couldn't even stand up.
He couldn't stand up for the girl.
He barely stand up for himself.
No one protect him.
He got all intellectual, and the tryptophan and the hemisphere, and she's like, yes, I accept you in your apology. And they had her sitting over there drinking rum and coke because she needed the damn rum and coke after this. Got us sitting over there looking like a deer. Oh, I'm so mad. I want to talk to her.
Yes. I need to.
Oh, sorry. I need to find her.
I need to talk to my baby. That's my child.
Listen, that's my niece.
I'm feeling some type of way. Like real talk.
That's his daughter. We pissed.
I don't appreciate what happened, bro.
Look, Jocelyn, if that's your name,
baby.
thecowives@gmail.com. Listen. You don't even understand.
Want to protect you.
You know how to do yoga and stuff? I'm just trying.
What, as a wife? No, I can't. Look, she can't. I mean, hey.
No, not as a wife.
No. As a what?
She needs mentors.
The wife in training, or we're gonna teach you how to be a wife?
We're gonna teach her how.
Aren't
the older women in the Bible supposed to teach the younger
women?
Find
her spouse?
Man, yes.
Everywhere.
But don't it say it specifically in there? It specifically says the older women are supposed to, the matrons or whatever, is supposed to teach the younger women.
Send her out there.
I don't know it all, but I'm willing to, I can make tacos.
She can make tacos. She can fry some chicken.
I got the back.
I still ain't figured out frying chicken.
Yeah. You need to Dream Girl 360. You need to come contact some folks.
Please, I just, it's just like I said. I'm not really talking about your age. I'm not saying that people can't court women that are that young and everything, but it's just the difference was evident. And I think that if they really cared, if they even had an inkling of caring about other people at all, I think they would have handled this all very different. I think they would, instead of looking at her as a threat, you know what I mean? They're looking at her as a threat and a problem. I really think they would have looked at her and said, okay, baby, you're young. Look, talking about him. I know that he might have said some things to you yesterday and last night.
You should have listened to Tink Tink.
I think, that she should have just told him that. Look, she should have just told her that. Wait, listen. She should have just told her that. Look, like on BoJack Horseman. Didn't she just give it to Henrietta straight? She just gave it to her straight and was like, nah, you don't want this. Did she divorce you? No, she just told her. I'm just saying. You can learn a lot from BoJack Horseman.
Yes, you should watch this show. It'll give you some edge. You need it.
It's very well written.
Boy.
But
BoJack, they next season should be about this type of shit right here.
Just put it on there. It's gonna have a reality show on
who's
it.
BoJack? Him or her?
Oh no.
Yo.
Dad, that was the BoJack's already problem.
Yo.
BoJack's dad was the
listen,
problem.
I don't know who hatched y'all or however this happened, but that's some non-human stuff, especially with children. Like, if y'all humans, I'm not human. I'm an alien. I'm not a damn human. That's what humans do.
Oh, besties. Look, my bestie, listen. She just said she's an alien. That's what we always say. So like, well,
listen. I am not human because that right there.
That's just something. I'm very inconsiderate.
That's some Game of Thrones, man.
You're not considerate.
That's Game of Thrones.
Somebody's got their hand taken out. But okay, wait. I really must talk about the Brandons. We have to talk about April.
Yes.
We have to. April is.
You need to go meet over there, Dimitri house.
Go meet Dimitri and Ashley. And give her the business. Yeah. April is super manipulative, and if anybody hasn't noticed that by now, like, understand what I said while we were watching it.
If I was the mother women, I'd divorce his ass.
Drew knows. Drew's scared to death of her.
Because you want to know why?
Okay.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because she's a legal boss.
I
take all this.
He's scared to death of her.
I take it all. The kids too. The dog, the table.
A lot of people aren't necessarily in these conservative lifestyles, and I believe both white families are Mormons, right?
Yes, they are.
Fundamentalist Mormons. They're not full FLDS members or whatever, but they're fundamentalists. Mm-hmm. And then we've got our belief systems that are very conservative and quote unquote traditional household, which other people, at least Israelites, like to call biblical marriage, where the head is very defined. It's the husband and then his wives. This is April is what happens when a woman is like I said under my breath to you, it's unchecked. Nobody's told her anything about herself. It really
they told her.
She don't listen. They ain't trying to make her listen.
But yeah,
he ain't told her.
And yes, so he's not telling her anything about herself. He's talking about, I know, I deal with the same things from her. I don't know what we're going to do. Just buy her something nice, and then she'll like you. I'm telling you, that is literally like offering stuff to like a demon and expecting the demon to be nice to you.
Tell me she take a pill and she's like, I heard you. She got papers. She got divorce papers in her drawer.
It's just like they're ready. I just haven't signed them. As soon as I sign it, that's it. And I'm taking all your stuff.
Like, please,
but if people would tell her about herself, and I bet you that because of this show, she's hearing a lot about herself as well, that she didn't know. She wasn't aware that she was this way. But this is all stuff that she definitely needed to know about herself. You're manipulative. It's obvious. You're not a good actor. You see what I'm saying? You ain't played Arlie or Angela. Arlie is just weak enough to try to go along with your game for Drew.
For years.
She tries to play it your way.
But she kind of.
Yes.
She didn't have to deal with
She didn't even really have to deal with her. But like, she's been trying to be so nice these last couple of episodes and just do everything her way. And yes, I like that. Yes, I think that would be a good thing. Yes, and just saying I like it when she's like nice like this, and I'm just happy that she's happy because I mean, you know, on some level she's a good person. For I'm happy when she's happy, but there's a lot of stuff that hasn't been addressed, and if y'all not addressing it, April's going to continue to terrorize all of you, including you, Drew. You got to do something.
Or lead and too.
Yes, absolutely, she does. They both do,
But
and they've
see
been
the
doing
production,
it.
Right?
What's the production?
When they're talking, they got to
Man, cause she be doing like me over here.
I just want, like I said, you know, her hair is very, very, very curly, and I need her some Aunt Jackie's.
Gray right there. It was like gray.
I need her to get some Aunt Jackie's and a wide tooth comb,
and
just let somebody comb with a leave-in conditioner and just comb it all out. That's what she needs, with something that lowers the frizz. And that we getting a Facebook call?
No, that's the kids. They trying to get attention. They like, hello.
Well, how do we stop it? How do we make it stop?
Oh, you gotta press
stop
the
until they
button.
found the phone. Let's begin a call. That was a Facebook call.
Now they're like, damn, why y'all hang up?
We were trying to talk
oh my gosh.
We missed you guys are in the room.
I want Orly and Angela on the show. You got to talk
like,
to
take
them.
That, you know, look, I'm like, take that phone, open that door, and push the phone out the door. Slide it across the door. Boom. Silence, a new fragrance by Calvin Klein. All right. Is there anything else we need to say, man? Like, this is just some craziness.
The pregnancy thing, I mean, y'all gonna try again.
Of course.
And if you can't, you know, do like other people do and just get a womb. You know, that's what I'm calling.
Get a third life.
That's what I'm calling.
Oh, okay.
You know, that's what they look for. That's womb chasers.
Oh, please don't be womb chasers though. This one to the wives.
Let my life have been different. I needed one. I had a womb chase too.
I mean, you know, I'm such a doula. I really am.
I like doula.
Oh, I'll be a doula for anybody. But
she gonna be your doula.
Look, everything else aside, like Ashley's belly, I just love that belly. Every time I'm like, belly, woo, girl, that belly big, girl. So, that baby gonna come out looking like Jocelyn.
Yo, let me ask you a question.
Now we gotta look at the baby. What?
Is Jocelyn gonna be pregnant?
I'm just gonna pour.
Did you use protection? Come on, wait.
What did he use? Did you use protection?
We gotta ask these types of
questions
things.
I didn't know we had to ask. What? Is that a possibility?
Did you use protection?
Help me, please. Let me.
I want to know.
Where is the door? I have to get out.
No, I couldn't leave.
I don't want to take that ride, man.
Listen, did you use protection? Is this girl gonna be pregnant? How many months ago was this show filmed? Count. So that means that shot gonna be born on my birthday.
No, I rebuke that.
She gonna call it Snowden.
I rebuke that. No, I don't rebuke life. Just rebuke the whole thing.
Think of a Neo.
Gotta start with it N, doesn't it?
Neo.
Don't they have our Neo already?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, okay. Netanyahu.
Netanyahu is a Hebrew name. I just want to make things clear. Netanyahu, yes.
That work. Ain't that man?
Mm-hmm. Nathaniel Natali.
Man.
Natali.
Y'all named that baby Donald.
I've named the child.
Trump.
No, what? Don't.
Hey, when you, incubation and what happens matters. Look at him. He hatched too.
Okay. Yes. So we're wrapping it up. Tune in with us next week when we watch.
I might not be here.
She might boycott.
I was physically ill for like a whole week.
It was hard.
My AFib been acting all funny. I was laid out today. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it.
This is the saddest episode. I almost cried for Jocelyn. Almost cried for Angela's conversation. Almost cried over the loss of the baby with the Alldredges.
I did cry on the Alldredges, and I did cry for Jocelyn. My eyes just like watered completely up. I just. Oh man, I'm sorry.
Angela's.
Oh,
Y'all gonna do a reunion show? Is there gonna be a reunion?
Yo, I'm being in the audience. I want tickets.
Oh,
I got questions. Get your hand out my pocket. Get your hand out my pocket. That's what's gonna happen. They gonna look like
some people get their job.
Look at her. Oh man, security. Can't escort her out. See, they don't want me nowhere.
All right, y'all. Shalom. Phyllis Harris once again.
Name that baby Benz.
Name the baby Benz. The baby deserves that.
Yes.
Y'all deserve to name that baby Benz. Huh? That's
okay.
1:15. Bye.
Bye.